Hello everyone. Good afternoon. Today's my topic about the Alfred Lord Tennyson, Victorian poet and poetry. First is personal information, table of content, and introduction. We know all about the Alfred Lord Tennyson, famous for he's a poet laureate. So, Lord Tennyson was a prominent Victorian poet, renowned for his lyrical and dramatic work that explore themes of love, loss, faith, and social change. Appointed poet laureate of the United Kingdom in 1850. He became the voice of the nation during significant historical events, including the Crimean War and the death of Prince Albert. So, Tennyson's poetry, marked by its emotional depth and musicality, bridges the romantic and modern eras, addressing both personal struggle and broader societal issues. His famous works, including In Memoriam, also talk about in Memoriam, the Charge of the Light Bridge, and Idylls of the King. Solitaire, he is placed as one of the most influential poets of the 19th century. Next one is about Alfred Lord Tennyson. Alfred Lord Tennyson was born at Spy Rectory in Lincolnshire on the 6th of August 1809, the son of the revered George Clayton Tennyson. He early showed a love of poetry, and when little more than 18 years old, found a publisher for a volume of poems written in connection with his brother. So this poetic fight was promptly followed by others, including in 1829 a college prize poem on the subject of Timbuktu. We know about the Timbuktu, most famous work written by Tennyson. These early poems are smooth and pleasant, good boys, verses far better than most production of the kind. So, Tennyson and Victorian age. How to connect Tennyson with Victorian age? Victorian age was very criticized at the beginning of the 20th century and started appreciate much later after destructive wars that have second the principles and ideas of the Western civilizations. A very important change has taken in the 19th century. While before the aristocracy had a role, primal role in shaping on the political and cultural life of the country with the rapid development in industry, the importance shift to a different class, the middle class of men of profession, factory owners, and tradesmen. If it is spoken about Victorian moral and attitudes, one must think that is it is the middle class referred to neither the aristocracy nor the lower class. The Victorians were deeply influenced by the ulterianism The theory regarded the both intellectual and moral shape and concentrate uh, on the improving the morals. Its idea were pity, briefty, and restraint, and silence on all sexual matter. From the intellectual's point of view, altruism cherished honesty, earnestness, dedication to the truth, and emphasis on duty. So, background of Idas. So, major works Idas, the of the king. This is the most famous work. One of the Tennyson's significant work. It is of the king is a connection of a poem that adapt Arthurian legend to convey Victorian ideas. It explore theme of duty, love, sin, and redemption, often recruiting on the moral dilemmas and societal expectation of the time. Second one is hope and doubt. This it is a theme. So, Tennyson's poetry often grapples with Victorian anxieties such as the impact of scientific advancements like Browning's theory of evolutions. While his work, while his work expressed doubt about faith and the future, they also emphasize hope and the enduring power of the belief. So, Christianity and its value. So, Christianity and morality is a poetry. Uh, Alfred Tennyson poetry reflects a deep engagement with the Christian values, portrayed characters who struggle with sin and redemptions. It is of the king uses the fall of the Camelot as an allegory for moral decay, drawing parallels to biblical story. So, woman, love and sin. So, role of woman. Tennyson's portrayal of the woman in his poetry often aligns with Victorian's idea. So, we can see the woman's role of women's in the Victorian time. So, characters like and represent idealized Victorian womanhood, while figure like symbolize the consciousness of the strength from these ideas. So, burden of duty and fame. So, burden and fame of and duty. Tennyson's become a public figure, appointed as the poet laureate. So, his poetry reflects the tension between personal desire and public responsibility, a common theme in Victorian literature. So, next one is a major works. So, it's all major works written by Alfred Lord Tennyson. First in Memoriam. So, in Memoriam, original title is the Way of Soul, and the written in 1849 and published 1850. So, in this work, in this poem, 131 canto, and it is a long poem. Its form is iambic pentameter, and its point of view is the first person, and setting in England. So, in memoriam written by Tennyson. In memoriam, he talk about the uh, and talk about friend, his friend Arthur Henry Helen. So after his friend died, he written this long poem. So another is Idylls of the King. Early I discussed about, and Ulysses 1833, revised 1842, The Charge of the Light Bridge. So it's published 1854. The Lady of Shalott is published 1832, revised 1842. The Brook 1886, Luxley Hall 1835. The Princess 1847. The Charge of the Light Bridge 1854. So, legacy of Alfred Lord Tennyson was the leading poet of the Victorian age. Also, I add, the mid 19th century had come to keep a position similar to that Alexander Pope in the 18th century. So Tennyson was a consummate the poetic artist, consolidating and refining the traditions bequeathed to him by his predecessors in the Romantic movement, especially Wordsworth, Byron, and Keats. So his poetry is remarkable for its metrical variety, rich descriptive imagery, and explicit verbal melodies. But Tennyson was also regarded as the preeminent spokesman for the educated middle class Englishman in moral and religious outlook and in political and social consciousness, no less than in matter of the taste and sentiment. So continue. A more balanced smile of Tennyson has begun to prevail. However, with the recognitions of the enduring greatness of Ulysses, the most famous work Ulysses, the unique poignancy of Tennyson's best lyric poems, and above all the statues of In Memoriam. I talk about In Memoriam as the greatest representative poem of the Victorian age. It is now also recognized that the realistic and comic aspect of the Tennyson's work are more important than they were thought to be during the period of the reaction against him. Finally, the perceptions of the poet's every sense of the mystery of life, which lies at the heart of his greatness, is an crossing the bar or a flower in the cranial wall, unites his admirers in his century, which those in the last. So, conclusion. In conclusion, Alfred Lord Tennyson stand as the one of the most significant figure in Victorian literature. Also, no. So, shaping the era's poetic landscape with the profound explorations of the themes like faith, doubt, love, loss, heroism, and societal change. His ability to blend emotional depth with lyrical mastery made him not only a voice of his time but also a poet whose works continue to resonate today. Uh, whether capturing the grief and hope of in memoriam, memorializing bravery in the charge of the light bridge, or delving into complex social issue in the princess. So in the princess, he delving into complex social issue. So Tennyson's poetry reflects the intellectuals and emotional struggle of the Victorian era. His legacy endures through the timeless relevance of his poetry, making him an enduring constituent of English literary history. So these are my references, and thank you.